So let's get into it. Number 32, we're on to number 32 in our countdown.
Yep.
All for the first time here on the Unbuttoned podcast. We have not revealed this list on this podcast.
Yeah.
Number 32 is...
Josh Rosen.
Josh
Miami
Rosen.
Dolphins. Oddly enough, competing with Ryan Fitzpatrick. And if you hear the early reports, it sounds like Ryan Fitzpatrick is outperforming him. Not surprised by that. I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick is a 15-year NFL veteran. Josh Rosen's a second year learning his second system, maybe really his third system, because he probably had to learn about two of them last year since they fired their offensive coordinator, Mike McCoy. But hey, Josh Rosen, there's things I like about his game. And, you know, with some of these rookie quarterbacks or now second-year quarterbacks, you know, again, I'd like to see more evidence before I rank them too high. Josh Rosen's a tough eval because the team around him stunk last year. Now, we're talking about like a really pure thrower of the football first off. I mean, perfect spirals every throw. And people out there might be going to go, well, what the hell does the spiral matter? Spiral does matter. Ask any wide receiver. When that ball's coming in pretty and spinning nice, you know, it's just easier for the receivers to just grab it and snag it and rip it down to where you get a wobbler and maybe the point hits your palm and then you drop it or you fumble and bumble with it. Perfect spirals allow the receivers to catch it seamlessly and make plays after the catch. His accuracy is top notch. One of the things that I don't love about him, right, was can he take a beating? Is his frame big enough? I still think that's within question.
Okay.
You know, he is a little bit of a narrow, slender type guy. But one of the positives I had that I wasn't sure about coming out of the draft was movement. Okay. And again, this is not going to be the kind of guy that's going to scramble for 5 and 10 yards consistently. That's never going to happen. But a lot like a Tom Brady, his movement in the pocket was very impressive last year, especially with one of the worst offensive lines in football, if not the worst, in front of him. Got a great sixth sense, Ahmed, about sliding, having a feel for people around him, where to step, where to slide, staying in throwing position. He's a good decision maker, and he's a good deep ball thrower, too. So I like Josh Rosen. I do expect him to become the starting quarterback with the Miami Dolphins. And these are the type of guys where Josh Rosen, I mean, has a good year, shows me a little more evidence of being consistent and being able to run an offense and playing at a high level. They can make remarkable jumps from year 2 to year 3.
So you're right. We just talked about it. A perfect position to be in is to be the backup behind starter Ryan Fitzpatrick, and that's what he's doing early on. The new head coach over there in Miami is Brian Flores.
Right.
You know him very well.
Yep.
He did recently say about Rosen, he's got a lot to learn, no doubt about that. This offense is not an easy one to
tough,
learn.
man.
It's the
tough.
New England wide receiver coach Chad O'Shea.
Yes.
You know him
I
well.
know Chad, yep.
It seems very complicated.
The New England offense is the hardest offense in football. And it's extremely tough to digest, especially for new players, free agents, anything like that, because it's a language that's unlike any other language in the NFL as far as it comes to offenses. They use numbers as part of the formations a little bit.
Okay.
0 out slot, 1 out slot. In the West Coast offense, that would be double wing right, double wing left. And guys have heard that a lot more than they get there and go, what? 0 out slot? 1 out slot? 1 hole? 1 hole?
So why do they do that? Do they just want to prove that they're that much smarter than everyone else?
No, it's the system that they've always had. It actually goes back to my dad's days with the Giants. That's the system they use. So they do that. They combine words, right, Ahmed? So this is different, too, where, you know, you might have a post and a curl on the same side of a route, right, on your right side. Say you got 2 receivers to the right, and it's a post and a curl. They combine it, and they call it a pearl.
I like that.
Right? It makes sense that way.
It does.
You know, so they have a great play down in the red zone that's famous that they kill on. It's, you know, they go, it's gun F right, 72 pearl smash wheel. And, yeah, the pearl is the post and the curl, right. And then they have smash game on the opposite side with a wheel from the back out of the backfield. But, yes, he's going to have to do some learning there, and I think he's a smart kid, and he will figure it out. What are you writing down?
Slant, drag, slag.
You like that?
Was
Okay.
that a slag?
Yeah, okay,
What's
slag.
The other one, like a fly and a curl?
Like a
furl?
Well, I'm thinking like 2 posts. You know what that would be in their offense? 2 posts, like 2 post routes. If you have both receiver, they would call that a topper.
Okay.
It's 2 posts. That's a topper.
Oh, okay. What was that one, Pete?
What about a go and an out? Go and an out. You
Gout.
might see Tom Brady go like this.
You got the gout.
You got the gout? Well, they go with Gotti instead. And he might show the gun, like John Gotti, right? That means the outside guy's going to run a go route. The slot guy is going to run an option out route, basically. He can sit down in the zone, just sit down and turn. If he gets something inside, then he can break out. The record-breaking touchdown pass to Randy Moss in the 2007 season, that was Gotti. on the right side of that play. That was Gotti. The corner jumped the slot out route. Randy Moss was wide open. 50-yard touchdown pass, game-winning touchdown pass.
And it's good because they're connected. It's routes that are connected, right? And they work together in unison. So
it's just a different language though, as far as the rest of the NFL.
And once you learn it, you're like, okay, cool.
It makes a lot of sense.
You're like,
once you learn
I get it.
Exactly
I like
right.
that. So he was Josh Rosen was the number 10 overall pick 2 years ago. Now he was traded for a second-round pick and a fifth-round pick, and so his stock was down, even though people knew that he didn't play in a good offense last year. His stock was still down significantly.
Well, that's the area we're in. Oh, you must not be any good because your team doesn't win. I mean, we're going to blame it all on the quarterback. It's always the quarterback.
Did you rank him last year? Do you remember where he was in your top 40?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly where I had him last year. I cannot say I do. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to go back
it was
and look.
In the same range, probably.
Probably, maybe a little higher. I mean, down lower, I should say, properly.
Right.
I don't think I had him in the top 30 last year.
So now he is in.
It's not an indictment on him that they drafted Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's special that way. Okay, Josh Rosen, the big thing for me, handled himself really appropriately this offseason with all that Kyler Murray talk.
He did seem to do that because that's been a question for him at times, his personality, how he relates with others. Is he aloof? You've heard that term thrown around with him.
Definitely.
He did seem to handle the whole controversy and trade talk about as well as you could.
He did. Other than unfollowing the Cardinals the night of the draft, everything else was pretty perfect. But I still have faith in this guy at this point of his career. I really do. With the way he throws the ball, the way he moved in the pocket, if he can stay healthy and show me he can take a beating, I think the guy's got a chance to really make a good career for himself.
And now he's in the AFC East with Sam Darnold and Josh Allen, two other quarterbacks that were taken in the first round last year, too.
No, it's unbelievable.
You think he could?
It's the three young guys and Brady and the old goat, the old Billy Goat.
32, Josh Rosen, who could go up or down depending on what happens this
he
year.
has a chance to be a huge riser.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.